you're going to see. You know what I'm saying? So if you apply yourself, you know what I'm saying, it's documented so much throughout history.
Whatever sector, right. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up an Israelite. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So my family are Hebrew Israelites, and so I was able to somewhat learn from that growing up. And then it just gravitated me to go to Israel and see what I've been learning firsthand. Wow. So I went there on that.
Like, whatever I feel in my body and my heart, that's just what I am. Like, just growing up, my uncle was a Hebrew Israelite. He passed away. I looked up to him a lot. You know what I'm saying? It just, the little bit I know about it, you know, so I just feel like that's our true religion. You know what I'm saying? Our people are Israelites. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Just...
ancestors were Igbos from Nigeria, and Igbos are called black Jews. That they're industrious, that they go after things, that they're hard-working people. So all the way back in my DNA, we were self-sufficient.
I love the Israelite community, man. I believe they dope. Got a lot of dope insight, a lot of things that people that's not Israelites can learn from. The Israelites, they try to do a lot of study and a lot of research, and not just with what's thrown in front of them. They try to go back as far as possible and try to do as much research as possible, and that's what humans are supposed to do. So I fuck with the Israelites heavy for sure. But if you go back to the original way these scriptures was written, like at the Old Testament, and you look at the original way that the scripture was written, they wasn't calling the higher power the things they calling them now. You know what I'm saying? He had a name. You know what I'm saying? And the name that they used was Yahawah. And the name that they used for the son of God was Yahawashi. So if you look in the real original scriptures, then that's what you will find. But yeah, I mean, people just got to do their research, man. And then the people that do their research got to continue to spread information and document it so that the next generation and the next generation and future generations could just be in a better predicament. Because when me and you was born, we was born
to Negro Latinos and everything. Hey, what's up, cat? Hey, wait, slow down, cat. Come here. I see you talking about him all the time.
I know you record. We know he not black.
Hey, look here. You know you're an Israelite?
Been knowing that.
You been knowing you're an Israelite? Hey, stay strong.
Hey, NBA young boy. Hey, come holler at me, bro. Hey, you believe in the Bible, man? Huh? You believe in the Bible, bro? Hey, no, you're an Israelite. You gotta repent. You the chosen. You the chosen of the Bible, bro. Hey, hey, repent and be converted, man. All right? Or the Lord gonna bring a judgment on you. All right? Know that. The Lord might put you to death, so you better repent. All right?
Hey, Blake Griffin. No, you're an Israelite. Is that Blake? Hey, Blake Griffin. No, you're an Israelite, man. You're a Levite, man. You're a Haitian.
That's right.
Hey, you're an Israelite, man. Blake, you know it, man. Hey, Blake. Hey, repent. You done been. I see you walk past the camp before. Hey, repent, Blake. See, that's the show. You see that?
I want to read a couple verses for you right now. All right, King?
Show him his nationality, man. Show him who he is, huh?
You know, according to the scriptures, right, the so-called black man is from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The so-called black man is from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The so-called black man is from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The so-called black man is from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Right? Yeah. And we want to bring out two scriptures for you if you got the time, King.
Yeah, of course. I always got time for scriptures. Oh, right. Now, if you don't know, you're from the tribe of Judah. Of the nation of Israel. That's your nationality. You're not black American. You're not African American. You're not an Afro-American. You don't even got an Afro. You understand? That's a right. You know? So we are the children of Israel, man. And we got right now, as America's falling, we're rising as a people. You understand? Before, back in the 90s, it wasn't cool to be an Israelite. Now, this thing is spreading worldwide. All you gotta do is Google Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All you gotta do is Google Hebrew Israelites, man. So, hopefully you got edified. If you have any questions, I'm gonna answer it. You know what I mean? But, I got your man. You know, so, and I'll definitely hit you up with what's going on.
Yeah, I'll be here for a few more days, man.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Here it comes.
You don't realize how much you need something until you actually get it.
That's right.
Right. How was I walking around without that?
Right, right.
How was everything all right without that?
So
Yeah.
this is your identity. This is what we giving back to the people, and this is free. We're not charging people like Creflo Dollar, like TD Snakes. You understand? We not out here for that. We out here in the ghettos and the slums to wake up our people. You understand? Prophets on the corner.
This is finding out who we really are. From the distant 12 tribes of Judah. From the distant 12 tribes of Judah. Y'all AI, I'm Issachar. Y'all AI, I'm Issachar.
We're leaving Babylon. I'm going back to Zion. Leaving Babylon, yo. Going back to Zion. Yeah, we are. Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja. Hey.
Stevie Wonder! Although they attracted star supporters like Stevie Wonder, the community remained in official limbo for decades.
I love you. I am here because I really care.
This goes out to those that choose to use disrespectful views for original Jews. The chosen people of God get slandered and abused in the streets and the news by the season that food. The synagogues and Satan want to keep us confused. That's how we lose. Got the ill street blues. From Chirac to England, me and Common dropping bombs like the baby pain. It's been stabbed in the cancer. We do this for.
Wish all my people wake up. Why we be acting so ignorant? Know we can read, know we can write, so why we be acting illiterate? Like we can't read in between the lines. I promise you I just can't riddle it. Instead of us sticking together, we killing each other and acting like idiot. Hold up, we the one making the least of the money, but mainly the one that's spending it. $1.25 trillion, but who do you think get the benefits? I ain't got no problem with no other race, but we gotta support our own businesses. Spend all our money with people who hate us, but towards each other we envious.
Influenced by the Hebrew Israelites. I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. That word is only a color. It ain't facts no more. I don't wear crosses no more. Yahawah coming back. I ain't scared of losses no more. I see life in that. Hey, I'm an Israelite. My diamonds Israelites. You're probably wondering, what? Black Israelites? Yeah, but it's not what you think. In a deeply reported article on Genius by writer Sam Kesterbaum, we see how small spiritual movement is influencing the bars of some of your favorite artists. Kendrick Lamar's Damn, the song Fear should have come to mind. In a voicemail that opens the song, Kendrick's cousin Carl Duckworth, known in the Hebrew Israelite community as Carney Ben Israel, is heard discussing that same chapter.
God curse people. Deuteronomy 28 and 28 says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Kendrick was supposedly blown away by this verse during study sessions with his cousin Duckworth. Kesterbaum writes, quote, Hebrew Israelites point to the chapter of Deuteronomy 28, in particular a passage that describes how the biblical Israelites will be sent back in ships to Egypt for their disobedience to God, as a prophetic foretelling of the enslavement of African people in the Americas.
That who I am, biblically, like spiritually, the true Israelite, I'm not sure if change is ever going to come on that end. So now my thing is I'm pleading that change will come amongst amongst God's chosen one. I had somebody come up on my page the other day and was like, and I never read my comments, but since all this has been going on, you know, I kind of read because sometimes I have other celebrities or other people hit me in DMs and stuff I normally don't check to ask me to be a part of stuff or just checking up on me, and we're checking up on each other. And so I saw the person say, you know, we're all God's children, and yeah, we are. But he has his 12 tribe, his chosen one, and I know who I am. But he has his 12 tribe, his chosen one, and I know who I am. But he has his 12 tribe, his chosen one, and I know who I am. And that's what I was talking about. And so in order to know what I was talking about, you got to study that, to show thyself. You got to study. We got to get in the book. We cannot depend on the law of the land. We cannot depend on the government. We cannot depend on certain things. We got to depend on the book. What's the book? That's the word. That's the Bible.
A lot of people don't want to have those type of conversations. And those are the conversations we need to have. Again, I said it on my last week that we all won. Dominicans, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, we all won. It was just a different stop that we had on the boat. My stop and my people's stop was in Puerto Rico. Somebody else's stop was in DR. Somebody else's spot was in Jamaica. At the end of the day, we don't want to have these conversations. This is the curriculum that needs to be in the school system. You know why they don't want to hear it? Because they uncomfortable talking about it. At the end of the day, we have to continue to. You guys want to have this conversation with me? Let's have this conversation. Let's talk about it. We can talk about the 12 tribes of Israel, who's the chosen people. Let's talk about it. We can talk about the original man. I'm ready to talk about this all day.
Totally bigger mission going on. Now, for as my beliefs in being an Israelite, I don't know how many people are familiar with the 12 tribes of Israel, but Judah happens to be one of the leading tribes, and the so-called African American or Negro from the Americas or from the tribe of Judah. And so that's what I'm representing, and being a representative for all the black people around the world as a reputation for Judah and the other 11 tribes of Israel. Now do your research. You can do your research and, look it up and find out the truth for yourself. I'm not going to sit up here and explain everything.
They say you Hebrew, you ain't Haitian. What happened? They say you Hebrew, you ain't Haitian. I'm Hebrew Israelite. I'm Jewish and I'm Jewish. I'm a real Jew. Like, I ain't convert. I was born this. And my bar mitzvah coming soon. And you invited.
And we original man and woman anyway.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
And when you do your real true research about the Hebrews and the Jews and the Israelites and all that, you find out that they look a lot like us sitting in this room right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you do your real true research about the Hebrews and the Jews and the Israelites and all that, you find out that they look a lot like us sitting in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody stole some of the Jewish religion. Anyway, let me shut up. I don't have to be like some people stole from the get-go, but
then you got all these facets of denominations and races coming together.
At the end of the day, everybody human, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if we go by the ideology of what America was based off of, it's supposed to be one nation under God.
Yeah,
and you're free to worship whoever you want, whatever God you choose. So I feel like personally, I know what I am. I'm a stand for what I am.
So what are you according to the Bible? You're an Israelite, right? Clap it up for the sisters.
My father's from Eritrea. I know what I am. And I'm a representative of what I am. But at the same time, I am in another nation.
Right.
I'm not in my indigenous nation.
Right, I understand. And you
I don't want to see nobody that look like me be condemned. And if you use my voice to do so, you must lose me. It's all you.
Right. All right. So we appreciate y'all and we love y'all.
Definitely. For 400 years, you had your knees on her neck, a garden of evil with no seeds of respect. In America's mirror, all she sees is regret. Instead of letting blood live, they begging for bloodlet.
The Bible has said 400 years it said people would be in a country that you would be strangers in for 400 years, and this is 401. 1619. That's when slavery started, 1619. So here we are in 2020 and all this going on. I happen to be like, I feel like this is ordained, you know what I mean? I think it's the fulfillment of a prophecy. And everybody's saying, we're at war and we're unprepared. We don't have the ammunition. We don't have the preparation. We don't have the strategy. We don't have the leadership. We don't have the, hey, bruh, God only gonna fight with one of us. God will only fight with one side of this. And if he fight with us, and guess what? That's all the we need.
Man,
Man, shalom, Israel. My name is Ratazan Sharyan, representation of Christ, and all saying. And we have a very special guest here with us today. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to have you here, man. We have Freeway Ricky Ross, the real deal. We ain't dealing with no phonies, right?
No doubt, no doubt.
And it's a pleasure to have you, man, and especially to actually sit down and dialogue with the Hebrew Israelites, you know, because you done many interviews and things like that, man, and you know, a lot of people try to talk to you, you know, but just to sit down with the Hebrews is a big thing, because we actually represent for our people, and we out here on these streets daily, out here in the communities, trying to tell our people the truth about this system and this government.
Right.
And a lot of times we get a lot of flack on it because people don't want to hear this word, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear us speaking because they love this system, but we just want to shed some light on the system. And
I know you don't really fuck with people. I know you don't really do these podcasts and shit like that, but I need you. And he said, Joe, I really don't, but for you, my brother, I'll do it. And I'm beyond honored, but when I was speaking to you, you told me, yo, Joe, I'm into I'm Jewish now, but how do you break that down to me, G?
Well, I didn't say Jewish, Joe.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I just said I'll come to the realization, you know, saying some years back, you know what I'm saying, that you know, who we call African Americans here in this country is the descendants of the biblical Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? I know the boy Nick Cannon caught a lot of flack for saying it, you know, because he's on a tremendous platform. You know what I'm saying? Nick Cannon.
Oh, Nick Cannon said that, and then that was the controversy.
Yeah, because he mentioned that the original Hebrew Israelites was people of color. You feel me?
And so.
But it's not just him saying that. You know, if you study, you read certain history books, you start digging. You know what I'm saying? That's